Chairwoman, thank you very much. I'd like to pick up perhaps where the gentleman just left off and further this line of questioning. Does your drug work, sir?
The drug works very effectively. It's approved across 10 different indications. The only molecule of its type to be able to achieve that.
Did you have to go through an FDA modeling of doing trials to get there?
Yes, hundreds of trials, clinical trials, including dosing trials, which would have defined what dose worked in what indications.
Did this take any money? I heard it took time, but did it take money?
We invested $16 billion in Humira.
$16 billion and went through the idea of this. Did you have to purchase anything from the quote inventor?
We acquired the company that the inventor would have originally worked with.
Okay, so you're trying to take a model, spend $16 billion, have it work, make it available. Now, our chairwoman said earlier that the federal government was prohibited from negotiating the price. Prohibited. I'd like to disagree with that, but what does take place in negotiating a price that you've already sunk $16 billion in?
Actually, the federal government on average gets the highest discount of any channel on Humira. The average discount on Humira is 64% to the federal government.
So you looked at $16 billion and you put that over a model. You had a modeling, the number of people you felt like would be available, the number of things that would happen, and then you had to stretch out $16 billion and then gave the federal government this discount. Did they set the discount or did you?
In different channels, they do it in different ways, but even in the Medicare Part D channel, it is negotiated aggressively by the plans on behalf of the federal government.
So it was negotiated and you said, okay, we'll give you a 64% reduction.
On average, that is the reduction.
On average. Okay, if you had not done this, what would be the medical things that might be, I'd like to call it a cost benefit analysis, but what would the other answer in the marketplace be for people who would use this product if you were not there? And what is that general cost and outcome?
Well, there is a class of drugs that treats these types of diseases. So there are some alternatives that are available. One of the important things to remember in this class is patients are required through their formulary to fail lower cost therapies before they get access to these therapies. So
really you are, whoever the way the formulary, the way the thing works is they start one, they go the next, they go the next. Right. Presumptively, it would work for a certain percent, and then you would get down to the percent that it did not work so well. You're the last chance. You're the alternative when there is no B option. You're the A option. You become the A option.
Yeah, when alternative lower cost therapies have failed, biologics are the type of therapy that those patients end up on.
Now, we saw in the very beginning, the chairwoman very thoughtfully put several people up who indicated that they did need products that seemingly made their life better. Were they in reference to you?
Those patients were referring to our products, which really, one of the things I would say is one of the things that we are very committed to at AbbVie is ensuring that there is a safety net in place to cover all patients who need our drug, whether they can afford it or not. And we have a very extensive safety net in place for uninsured, for Medicare Part D patients, for underinsured patients. And so, and I'd say, as an example, an uninsured patient, we approve 99% of the applications we get, and an uninsured patient can get Humira for free up to an income of $388,000. So it's quite generous.
I appreciate your time and thank you very much, Madam Chairman. I yield back my